I'm
Paul
Dave Shaw, President and CEO of Shaw & Associates. For over 70 years, Shaw & Associates has been your trusted experts for wealth management, tax, accounting, and payroll. We change lives and inspire true wealth, one person, one family, one business at a time. Shaw & Associates is a wealth management investment firm that specializes in taxes, serving as a fiduciary, putting your interests first. You can find more information or schedule an appointment by calling 530-674-1150 or on the web at shawassociatesinc.com. Shaw & Associates is proud to support community radio.
We're always grateful for Mr. Shaw's support. And if you'd like to support community radio, it's easy. Go to 93qradio.com and hit that donate button. And speaking of donations, right?
Okay.
I have the Ricky's like, what? Where's he going with this, right? Well, Blue Zones is a nonprofit. And we were talking offline. We're going to continue it as a nonprofit. And I just think it's what Blue Zones has done for the community. I don't even think there's words. So many different things, which we're going to talk about a few of them this morning. So Ricky Samayoa, who I have known since his boy Alex was 5, I think.
No, younger. He was like in your preschool, 3 years old.
Man.
2, 3.
And he told me, this is how you know you're getting old. Ricky just told me that Alex just got his permit. Oh, my gosh. That's... Yeah. Are you feeling a little old there, Ricky?
Well, I have adult children. I have 30-year-old children and 26-year-old children. It's like now, it's like the 15-year-old gets everything. You know, it's not like the 30-year-old who probably barely was able to get a seatbelt in the back of their car. So it's a little different world for him.
Yeah, this is really cool. So tell me what's going on with Blue Zones.
Well, this month we've been promoting May as Bike Month. As you know, our health and well-being project here in Yuba Sutter is 5 years old now, and part of our effort has been to promote natural movement. And so what is one of the best ways for folks to get out and enjoy our beautiful views, a beautiful river, our bridges, is getting out your bike. And May is a great time, great weather, except for the last couple of days with that wind was a little crazy.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we're on the last part of it now. Yeah. It's like, wow.
And so regionally, we've been promoting biking. We're getting people out and to bike. Last week, I actually biked to work 4 days a week from Marysville down to Yuba City in our office, and it was great. It was amazing. I took like 4 or 5 different paths. I went from East Marysville. I went down to U.S. Street, down on A Street, up the levee by Chinatown, and then down to the river, and then I took the 5th Street Bridge over. I mean, I barely saw a car. It was great. It was amazing. There
are a lot of bike routes. I mean, we do have them. They aren't all in trafficked areas.
Correct.
Right? So
it was wonderful, and I enjoyed it. And there's a lot of folks out there who do their morning rides. There's a group of us called the Yuba Area Bicycle Advocates who we really get together and work and promote and advocate. Yes.
Yabba
do.
Come on, Ricky. Who thought of that? That's clever.
Well, one of our Marysville planning commissioners, Ben Deal.
Oh my gosh, Yabba. I love it.
So Yabba, we're actually a nonprofit. We actually really have been. When cities need advocates about biking, or they're doing a master plan about biking, or they're looking at safe ways to bike, they always call Yaba as kind of almost the experts on because the folks are constantly biking. We get together. We actually work with the cities in the ways that probably no one else does in the community, because we understand not only what makes it safer for bikers, but we also understand where some of the intersections where folks maybe we need to reduce speed in some of our roadways. I think part of it, back in the 1950s when our cities were built, especially East Marysville, our roads were pretty wide. It was pretty car-centric. And so I think things have shifted. Things we need to kind of, and they thought that was the best way to slow down traffic, to make it a lot wider. So that's a great example. East Marysville is a great example of how in the 1950s they built these communities with wide streets and smaller sidewalks, which really wasn't helpful for, nowadays. People are going too fast in our neighborhood roads. They're probably not looking out for bikers. They're probably not looking out for pedestrians. So part of our work, both in advocacy efforts, is to kind of work with the cities as they're redoing their streets, also take in consideration other means of getting around. If people do want to get from Marysville to Yuba City to work, or just for pleasure, or just to get the family out and about along the levees, or even Fifth Street Bridge is a great connector. We want the cities to also, as they're investing on new roads, let's look at maybe some bike paths. I don't know if you saw East Marysville. There's some amazing new bike paths over there.
That
Part
whole
of it,
area is amazing. The paving, everything.
and painting.
It's incredible. Yeah.
So now you reduce the width of the bike lanes. So now cars you have to actually be conscientious on how you're driving. So hopefully you slow down. You look out for folks that might be not on the car and they're biking. And it makes it safer for people to actually cross the street, because you don't have to cross, the actual width of the driving lane is a lot shorter. You can cross it a lot safer. Even when you go to school, you want kids to go walk to school, right? So Sampson Lane, Kobala, those are wide streets. Mm-hmm. So how do you reduce the length that they have to walk? And so those are the things that the cities and communities and counties, jurisdictions, as they're investing in the roads, design it in a way that takes in consideration bikes and pedestrians. So part of our job at Blue Zone has been that, to advocate, work with the cities. Part of working with folks like the Yuba Area Bicycle Advocates, again, working with the cities. We have, I don't know if you know Steve Krager. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's part of Yuba. He's a biker. He's an enthusiast. He bikes every day. He got in a huge accident, broke bones and everything, but he got back up, and he's still advocating, making sure that our roads are safer for our communities. And so that's really what we're looking for, just advocating. Let folks in cars look out for folks that might not be driving.
My son, when we first moved up here, Pablo rode with a Sacramento wheel or something. And so he came up here, had this great, road bike, and was riding it, and it got hit twice. Mm. And so he kind of parked it. He ended up selling his bike, and for a long time he wasn't involved. And then he bought a mountain bike, and he rode that for a while. And then he got into one of those electric scooters. Yeah. And a guy in a truck pulled right in front of him. I mean, right in front of him. He ended up in an accident with that. And you just have to be. I rode motorcycles in Japan. In Japan, everybody watches. There's bicycles and motorcycles everywhere. Here, not so much. It's almost like, so I appreciate what you're saying, the lane, they got to, share the lane, right? And I just think more and more, the more people that ride, the more aware motorists will be. And it's healthy to ride.
And we can engineer ways to solve, to slow things down, to make it a little bit. So I know some folks, maybe there's folks that come down from north, from, let's say, on Highway 70 from Moorville, from Chico, and they want to get to Sacramento or Roseville, wherever they're coming. And so, or they want to go to Yuba City, or they want to go to Colusa. A lot of those folks don't live in our community. So instead of going around the lake, what they decide to do is take a ride on 14th Street.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, by the ballpark.
By the ballpark, right? And so one of the things that Marysville decided to do, because people were just, instead of going around the lake, using the state highway, what they should, because they don't want to wait, people are impatient, because, 20 also merges in there. The design is not very good. So Caltrans, so anyway, that's another story, that how they designed it so there's only one lane to turn right, where two state highways merge. But people go left, and then they used to just turn left on D Street and just book it down on D Street to cut if they want to get to Yuba City. Well, that's an issue for people that live there on D Street. Right?
Yeah.
There's residents that live there.
Yeah.
There's a daycare that, that's there. So again, these aren't folks that really live in our community, and they just want to get to Colusa, Yuba City, or wherever they want to go to work and stuff. But for us who live here, we can engineer a solution where we said we're going to eliminate that left turn. Again, that was something that the city decided, let's eliminate it. So we put those ballers there, and now people need to go straight. But we also need to slow down traffic there, so they did the little cushions, so people actually have to slow down in there. We did the little circle, which people don't really like, but it actually slows down traffic. Again, what we want to make it is less friendly for the cars, so slow them down. There's people that live in those neighborhoods. Go around the state highway like you're supposed to. And our neighbors that really do experience a better way. You know, there's a lot of neighbors that want to go east to Lake. Go from Lake C, G, and 12, and they want to go to the Ellis Lake. How do we make it safer for folks to enjoy the lake?
I grew up in St. Louis, and I lived on a little street called Teasdale. And we had that problem where people used Teasdale as a shortcut. So the city came in, and off the major thoroughfare Hanley and off of Delmar, so they put it so it was residents only, so we could exit out on the Hanley, but you couldn't enter off of Hanley. And it changed. I mean, I remember we used to sit on the front porch, and it was a whole lot less traffic. And I kind of experience it here. I'm at the corner of Main Street and, no, I'm not going to think.
Second?
Anyway, so people are using it as a shortcut to get to Garden Highway.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I don't know what happened, but lately we're not getting the same traffic. So maybe they've decided they're going to turn early or do whatever, go down Winship. Well, but I'm not getting the same thing.
There's a group of people, the Second Street folks, that got together. We work with the Second Street folks and work with the city, along with the city, and kind of show. So Second Street from Garden Highway, let's say B by the courthouse, right? That's supposed to be a 25-mile-an-hour roadway. You're supposed to be a no-truck roadway, but people want to get to what's the street on Second? So if you go from Second down south, you want to get to
Bogue?
No. You're on Second in Yuba City.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming down from the Fifth Street Bridge. You come down B Street by the courthouse, you get into Second to those beautiful houses, and then you get to Garden Highway. That's what I want to say, right?
It becomes,
it becomes our Garden Highway. So between Garden Highway and, let's say, B Street, people are booking it.
Oh.
They're booking it, and it's supposed to be 25 miles an hour, a roadway, and it's supposed to be a bike shareway. So you're supposed to actually allow bikes to share the road with you on there. There's no way bikes are going to do that.
Well, I had a guy, I'd go early in the morning, and I had a guy pass me in that center lane on Garden Highway flying. I was doing the speed limit, right? It's 35 at that place. And apparently they were late for work or whatever. And they just decided, man, they were flying past me. And I would think that early in the morning you wouldn't see it. But I see it all the time.
And those big trucks aren't supposed to go there either. They're supposed to go around. Anyway, so bottom line is the Second Street folks got together, worked with the city. And in the next few months, you'll start seeing some actual engineering solutions. They're not permanent. They're gonna try to like bulb out some of the sidewalks again, make it narrow for cars. They're gonna create some like chicanes, which is instead of going straight, you're gonna have to kind of make a bit of a turn, slow down again, and the hope is also to create some solution on the corner of Second and Garden Highway to also slow down traffic there. So now every 600 feet, people are going to have to slow down. People might not like it, but again, there's neighbors, there's bikers, there's walkers, there's families.
Those are old homes that are along there, nice old homes, and that's 25 through there, and it's already, if you got vehicles parked on the street.
Oh, they don't park there.
It's narrow, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, you're right, they won't park on the street.
No.
And it's like so. Yeah,
so anyway, so that's
amazing.
part of the advocacy effort is working with the cities, making them aware that these things are happening, and they're happening everywhere in the community. So one of the things I think is really important is how do we get communities to talk positively, constructively with the city staff, getting to say, how do we find enough resources, because it all takes resources, to find ways to make our community more friendly to pedestrians and in bikers.
Well, Blue Zones has done this incredible thing about walking, right? So you got walking, you got biking, you got eating well.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes on and on, all the different things. And they've made such a difference in our community by advocating these things. But you're right. Somebody has to step up and say, well, we want you to bike, but we need to have it safe so you can, right?
And
we want you to walk, but we need to have safe areas for you to walk and they have people walking in the mall. I remember when that was a big thing, and then all of a sudden you never heard of it anymore, and it's like you guys brought it back.
Yeah. Well, I think Blue Zones Project has done an incredible job in our community, has shifted, has moved, and really in everything, whether it's a school engagement, whether it's in work site engagement and getting some of the folks that work at Caltrans or work in other big work sites like Yuba County Office of Ed, they'll take their breaks and go take a little walk, because we have a beautiful walkable set of environments in our area that we want to make sure we enjoy. So anyway, I think part of it is, yes, I think we have, hopefully we shifted that mindset that we are that we can do things to be healthier, our mind to be healthier, emotionally to be healthier, so we can enjoy each other, make better connections, make friendships of people we might have not met before. So yeah, creating those opportunities. I think Blue Zones Project has done an incredible job on that, and we're going to continue. As I mentioned, we're going to make a big deal about our Phase 2 approach. Blue Zones is actually a big corporation that has these different projects throughout the country. But we're going to do a local project called Live Well, U.S. Sutter, and we're going to kind of move that forward. Some of these great things that we've been doing, we want to carry those things on.
Yeah.
Not because we think it's a great idea, but I think the community has said to us, you guys made a great impact on the wellness of our community.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, without question. Even though you work there. I mean, everybody else did it. I don't know why you're there.
I know. It's tough
they
for
were
me.
still successful,
Still
Ricky,
successful.
even though you were there. Yeah, I'm very grateful. I've been very fortunate to have connections with you guys. I knew you a long time ago, obviously, with Alex. And but Marnie, I just did a little video with Alex Jones and for the ballpark.
Yeah.
She's going to be the stadium. What do you call it? The field announcer, and it just people love Blue Zones is great. You got so many different people. You got Judy, who is Little Miss Gardener extraordinaire. I mean, she gets that whole growing thing. So Blue Zones was compiled. I think you did a lot of the government regs and stuff like that.
Policy.
Public policy. So they had great people that came on board that formed that.
And from the community. I think that really does matter.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of hoping when you go forward, everybody stays with it.
Absolutely.
Because, it is making a difference. I actually eat more avocados.
Good.
Thank you,
Yeah, you're
it's
welcome.
like you never know. You hear these things. I watch, I get the email, so I watch the recipes as they
Really,
come through.
I think with the cost of living nowadays and everything else, right? Really going back to those things that we've done for generations. Take your meal to work. I don't know. Put a little tomato, couple salad. I don't know. Just little things that you can instead of going out to lunch or whatever it is. Take your lunch home. I mean, take your lunch from home. Or just take a walk if you can to go to work. Take a bike to go to work.
Walk up 3 flights of stairs and the elevator
come and
isn't
enjoy,
working.
Right? So I think those are the little things that I think we want to do and continue doing. And I think our community is thinking that way now. That it's not going to the gym and pumping weight and like that's important. But for normal, regular folks who just want to stay healthy, both not only for the body, but it really does deal with the mind. Really, just being outside and seeing the beauty of it, seeing the river, seeing the mountains, seeing the. I mean, I think we have such a beautiful, gorgeous place. U.S. Sutter is such a gorgeous place.
Yeah.
So enjoy it. Have fun. Take out your bike.
I tell people if you live too long in the world of cement, right, you will get an odd perspective on life. You have to get out of the city or just go to one of the local parks, or whatever. You've got to go where you can feel it and say, wow, okay, I'm good, right?
I mean, the hills up here in Yuba County are just gorgeous. I mean, there's little farmers you can go to little stands, go buy some amazing fruit, amazing vegetables out in their little farmers down here in the valley and up in the hills. It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah.
I want to promote a couple of things. I know you're going to kick me out. Here we go. Ready?
No, I'm not going to kick you out. Okay. You brought me a scone. We're friends now.
Okay. So I do want to say that the title of your, you probably mentioned it, The American Heart, and that's the name of your title of your album, right?
Thank you.
But really, I'm going to go over American Heart. It's American history, so Yuba Sutter history, and it's all about heart. So Yoga in the Park, this Wednesday at Regency Park from 5 p.m. Our leader, Marnie Sanders, is going to lead the yoga. Come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun. The weather will be perfect. Coming to Regency Park, everyone's invited to go. May 23rd, our friends, our Yaba Do friends, and ourselves are promoting go and bike to the farmer's market.
That's a good idea, yeah.
And Yaba is going to buy you a cup of coffee out there. So just bike to the farmer's market. Another great opportunity, right? Beautiful place where community gets together, people connect, bike there, get your food, and then bike back and enjoy the rest of the day. May 28th, we are promoting Bike to the Ballpark. So anyone who bikes to the ballpark will get a free ticket, thanks to Blue Zones Project.
Oh, that's cool.
So we are working with Health and Human Services in Yuba County. They're going to have some helmet giveaways and other safety items. We're working with this gentleman called Michael Wilson. I've never met that gentleman, but he's been kind of leading and helping these young people who you probably see out and about, maybe being not very friendly to cars and kind of maybe posing some dangers because they're doing their wheelies and stuff. But this Michael Wilson is really kind of capturing that energy and getting them to be, and they're a huge group. There are 100 people, little kids.
Oh, they love to bike.
They love biking, right? I remember as a kid, I loved biking. It was the first time I actually had some freedom. I can get away from my neighborhood and see what other neighborhoods look like with our buddies. We were like, oh, this is the other neighborhood.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
So
if you're walking, that's one thing. The minute you get a bike, your world just got bigger.
Well, I could go to another neighborhood where the other kids are. Like, what is that? Wow. Anyway. But so he's really gonna bike. We think there's gonna be like 100 bikers coming from the river bottoms. They're all gonna meet there. They're gonna take the levee to 14th Street down to the ballpark along 14th Street, and then they're gonna be there. And the free birds are nice enough. They're gonna allow the bikes to go around the field.
That's cool.
That's cool, right?
That's cool. That's very cool.
And so that's going to be fun. So, but you don't have to join that group. You come, bring your family to the ballpark and bike over there, and we'll get you a free ticket out to the game. And on May 30th, kind of to celebrate the Bay's Bike Month, our friends, Yuba Area Bicycle Advocates, and Blue Zones and the Happy Biking. We're celebrating May's Bike Month on May 30th on Saturday. Come on down at 11 a.m. at the Happy Biking. We're going to have some food, and we're going to have information about how you can advocate for bikers, for safer biking environments. You can learn about some of the work that we've been doing for Yaba, some of the work that Blue Zones has been doing with community and organizing them to make their neighborhoods safer for bikers. So that's on May 30th. Come on down. Everyone's invited. We'll have some food for folks. You can bike there. You can walk there. You can roll there. But we look forward to seeing and celebrating biking on May 30th at the Happy Biking, starting at 11.
I like it. Great stuff. Thank you for all that you've done. You're a community guy, but specifically now for Blue Zones. Yeah. But, there's something about it, living here, Ricky, that somewhere along the line, if you stay here long enough, you will fall in love with this community. This is a great community to be part of, and making it safer, making it more usable to the whole community. I just think that's critical, you know. And
we have beautiful environment, beautiful place. Let's work with our cities and counties to make it safer for them. Because we do like connecting. I think part of what makes us so great is that we always have great opportunities to connect, whether it's now with the ballpark, with the free birds. They look like they're going to be an amazing product.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean,
if you haven't been there lately, that ballpark's changed.
Yeah, and they're going to do some amazing things. They're actually bringing a lot of resources with the new kids area. And they got the mascot, the chicken mascot. It looks pretty cool. The colors look pretty amazing, pretty engaging.
Willie the wild chicken.
Yeah. Farmers Market. Plymouth Street's an amazing commercial street.
Yeah.
D Street, we have an incredible D Street with some new businesses out there. The golf course. We got some new developers building apartments above.
Apartments, yeah.
I mean, and then we have some great neighborhoods everywhere, right? Everywhere we have some amazing neighborhoods. And we have Riverfront Park with the soccer fields, and there's a beautiful bike pathway. People just enjoy the river and enjoy the nature of it. Enjoy us. Enjoy Yuba Sutter.
Thanks for coming on, Ricky. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This community interview is made possible by Shaw and Associates.
I'm Dave Shaw, President and CEO of Shaw and Associates. For